Hello and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at 3 different games for Windows 10 Mobile again. And in this episode we are going to have a look at the games Hamster Cafe, BadaBoom and Steel Tactics. My name is Gerald. As always, I've got a couple of different things with me, which are, for instance, a Bluetooth mouse like this one. I'm going to use a Bluetooth keyboard like this one. This is a foldable keyboard from Microsoft. It can be anything else. And of course, you could even use something like a USB connected keyboard, so something wired or whatever you want to use. It really doesn't matter. Even a radio controlled wireless keyboard would work and stuff like that. So just try it out, at least if you are going to connect it to a display dock like we did, because of course everything will be connected to a smartphone in this case. And this smartphone, oops, wrong button, this smartphone here is the Lumia 950 XL. In this case it's a pretty old one already, because it's from, I think, November 2015 or something. It is one of the first ones with USB-C connector at the bottom here, and the USB-C connector you can see here is connected with the display dock at the side here, and the display dock itself could, for instance, be connected to a USB-C wired keyboard or whatever you want to connect it there. Most of the things are going to work. This one is connected by HDMI to the TV here, and like this we can have this desktop-like experience, because the smartphone has a feature called Continuum, which will give you this desktop-like experience. If you want to know more all about this, have a look at the corner up there. I'm going to talk about all this, Continuum and so on and so forth, a little bit further down, or better to say in a less brief way than I'm doing now in these videos. So have fun with that. But first off, we are going to have a look at the different games again. And yeah, as mentioned before, it's like a desktop system, it's not a desktop system. And like this, in this episode, I'm going to go over to the mirror mode, because the games we are going to play are not Continuum compatible in this case. But yeah, that happens from time to time, so let's have a look at those games. Those are fun too, and it works. It really doesn't make a lot of difference in some of the games, and others it would, but in these games I think there is not much that is going to happen there. Okay, so the first game I'm going to show you is Hamster Cafe. Hamster Cafe is more or less one of those serve the customer games you may already have heard of. As you already can see, it's grayed out in this case. So a couple of different states which these apps can have, but if they are grayed out like this, it means it's not Continuum enabled in this case. It's already installed, so we will have to just switch over to the normal one. As you can see, we cannot open that here. If you want to switch over to the mirror mode, you will have to go to the 3 dots menu up there. Go to the display settings, and after that you can just switch over by going down to the extended options more or less, and you can just go and switch this to mirrored. And now you can see on the big screen as on the small screen the same thing is happening, meaning that of course what you will only see here is in the end for both the same content on the smartphone and on the display. I'm just going to put it down here, and we are going to start the Hamster Cafe now. So as you can see now it's available, we can just click on it, and I'm going to turn around to show you the game. Yeah, the game is, as mentioned before, pretty much such create some food in this case and give it to some of the hamsters which are going to be in an order there. Wait for it. At the start it's going to look like this. After a while it's going to turn around by 90 degrees and we can play it like this, as you can see. Okay, so what is this game all about in this case? It's more or less the hamsters are going to run through your, let's say, restaurant or something. I'm just going to turn down the volume a little bit so you can understand me better. They're going to stay in a queue on your restaurant, and you have to more or less feed them. For that there are 2 different options to play this. The free play, which will just go on and on, and there's nothing going to change, but you can play as long as you want, and there's a career play. And we are going to go in this one. As you can see, we have now a level selection in this case, and we can just go to the first one. As you can see, there are a lot of different ingredients you are going to use here, and here is one of our customers. So just put everything you can see on the image above his head, or on his, yeah, he's asking for that. On that, put it to him, and if you gave it to him, then he's more or less happy, but there are these additional features which you will have to give him afterwards. So now just do that. Try to find all the different ingredients as you see on the screen there, and try to serve all your customers. And in the end, it's often peas in this case, and everything is vegetables, as you can see. So at least at this point, of course those are not, but in the end, just get everything he wants to. At the start I thought you would have to really go with the same order more or less, but that's not important in this game. And of course, as you can see, there was one unhappy customer, so we will have to try to make that better in the next couple of customers. Let's see what we need from him. And of course, you can already see there's this kind of a timer running out, and you will have to make sure that you're giving everything out to the customer before the timer runs out. This, for instance, will not be possible for me to fulfill before he is going to go. So, oh, sorry, wrong direction. So let's try this. Give one of the other customers what he deserves or wants. And of course, you might want to have a look at the order you're giving out stuff, because otherwise you are not going to give every customer what he demands. Okay, so customer is king, of course, so what he demands should be given to him. I am actually not sure what this 5 times pretzels or whatever that is should be, or seems to be there. But we already did it, so the first one is already done. As you can see, you have these target points here, 750 experience, and how many customers you already did there and stuff like that. And so we have 150 happy customers now. What you can do with these happy customers is you can go to the shop here and buy, for instance, different other stuff. For instance, water bottles, which give extra happiness and so on. Keeps them entertained means that you are getting more time to create everything, and so on and so forth. So those are more or less power-ups you can buy here. And of course, for happy customers, whatever coins, whatever you want to call them. And in the end, like this, you can play this game. Try the free play if you want to, or the career play. Both are fine, and just do more or less the same. It's always the same game here. But I think it's a pretty nice one, so try it out. So the next one we are going to try is BadaBoom. And BadaBoom is something very special that you can only play on your smartphone. So just don't try it with a mouse or something. It's not going to be possible to do that, because it's more or less a rhythm game, and the rhythm game has 2 buttons which are very far away from each other and has to be pressed at exactly the same, or yeah, sometimes the same, but in general it's at exactly the right timing, and that is not going to go well with this mode here, or with the mouse in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this game on my smartphone. You can still do that in the mirror mode, for instance, doesn't really matter. But a problem with the game itself is it's pretty much crashing a lot, so sorry for that. It's a nice game, I really like it, but the crashing is really not helping. So I'm just going to try it out and show you what's going on there. Somewhere we should find it, there we are. And if I'm just going to click on it, as mentioned before, it's a mirrored screen, so what I'm seeing is what you are seeing. And the interesting fun thing about it is it's all about the Stone Age man. and he's going to go forward and try different, I'm not even sure what he's trying there, but in the end it's all about rhythm, so just press at the right time the different buttons you're going to see. And yeah, as mentioned before, it's going to crash. I'm pretty sure about that because I tried it out and it crashed, I think 3 times or something on me now with just a couple of plays. But in the end, it's a fun one. Just try it out. You have a couple of different levels here you can play, and I'm just going to go with the first one again. And there is a crash. Sorry for that. It's not that the game itself is not working. It is working because I already did the first level, but again, it's going to crash a lot. Sorry for that. And this shouldn't be like this neither. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm going to press on play and let's do the first one again. I already know that. This guy is going to be a tutorial helper, and now just press the buttons up there. And all the time he is going to get this. He's going to run forward. I'm not sure what the real meaning of the game is or something. Sorry for all the crashing. I think it's because it's very hot at the moment at my place here, because I already had much better time with it playing in a normal mode. But problem is, again, it's very hot here. My smartphone is very hot. I think it's taking a lot of power for some reason or the other. I'm not sure why. But you can play it in a pretty nice way. And there we are. In the end, all you have to do is press these buttons at the same time as they are highlighting, more or less, and then they are going to play this bada bada bada. It's more or less like a drum game or something. And again, it's crashing a lot, sorry for that. But the drum game about it is that you are really going to get the rhythm right, and if you do that, he's going to run and go to his home or jump over different obstacles and stuff like that. It's a pretty nice game, try it out. I think if it wouldn't crash that much, it would be a real banger. But since it's crashing a lot, just try it out how it's working for you. Maybe it's not crashing for you that much as for me. In the end, it's nothing fundamental that is pretending it to play well. So in the end, I think it should work, but maybe it's just the heat I'm experiencing at the moment, because we have 32 degrees Celsius at the moment, which is very hot. Something, I don't know, 90 Fahrenheit or something in that direction, I'm not sure at the moment, but a lot of degrees in here, and it's really hot, and so the smartphone with very hard to play games can have trouble. But anyway, we can of course go to the next game in this case, and the next game is going to be, sorry for that, is going to be the game Steel Tactics. And Steel Tactics is a pretty nice game which you can play on your smartphone or here. It's a round-based tactical shooter is the wrong name, maybe an RTS or something, but it's round-based. So in the end, what you are going to do is you're going to play against other people or against an KI or AI, which is going to be a lot of fun, I think. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to turn around for that because this one is not crashing all the time, and we can use our smartphone or our mouse in this case to do this. And so I'm just going to go up here, go to Steel Tactics in this case, and here it is, Solid Reno. And what you are going to have to do is more or less you're going to have to siege different things in this game and just try to get everything done. So let's have a look at the options. There's not too much to it have a look at here, you can just turn on and off the music, the sound effects and stuff like that. We are just going to keep the music turned off more or less, because it's just going to hinder us at understanding me, but everything else should be fine. I'm just going to go in here and we are going to play. First off, you can at the first time go into the tutorial mode and play that, or you can just go like this, create a new one, and now you can just select what kind of how difficult it should be. I'm just going with the easiest one at the moment. You can select different kind of maps if you want to. There are a couple of them. We are just going to leave it at Boomtown. You can create, or more or less select a hero, but those have to be more or less, I think you can play and win them more or less. At the moment, nothing of the following ones is going to be different. So if you go in here, you see you only have the active perk heal at the moment. And that's fine. All the other ones can be bought by more or less being successful. So let's go to create game. And as you can see, this is our map now. And the map is, of course, a little bit wider than what you are seeing here. And what we are going to do here is more or less we are going to our blue one, because blue is our color more or less. We have this hero, so this is a blue hero of course. And now you can just create some kind of different units here. And of course there are a couple of different properties which each and every unit is going to give you. For instance, Scout, if I click on that, this is just a Scout, it's more or less a trooper. And with a trooper you can, for instance, try to get one of these towers, for instance. So these are the cities in this case. This is your headquarters, this is a city, and the barrack or headquarter you have here. With that one you will just create new units. And of course, if you get one of the cities here, that's very helpful for you. So those are neutral cities. This is a neutral headquarter or barrack where you can create additional enemy units, or better to say units. And of course the enemy can do the same, so be very careful with that. But in the end, all you will have to do now is just give some kind of a command. And it's normal that you are seeing both of the trooper or scouts in this case, because you have to click on next for the next one. Now this would be the attack move turn more or less, so each turn is separated into a move turn and into an attack turn more or less. And of course we can't do anything with that, so we are just confirming. And now you can see this is one turn now for one of the units. You can have of course a couple of them. At the start of course you don't have more than 2 troopers in the end, but if you gain enough money, because you are going to get money from each and every turn you are going to do, then you can of course do a lot more with each turn. But at the moment we can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to block him with this unit, and with this unit I'm trying to go over there and get all the different towns or whatever, because if you get 20 town points you are going to win the game. And how do you get the town points? By just more or less getting in there, getting the town, and then the town is going to create town points with each and every turn for you. And if you have 20 or over that, then you are winning the game. So first turn, I'm through. Now you can see the enemy is going to attack first, so going in there, trying to attack that. He can do that, that's fine, but I'm going to get the tank or something like that, because the tank is of course much better at this. Now we can attack this in this case and try to kill this, and as you already can see, with one shot I got really a lot of that already done. He has 3 shots on that and just got this far. So this was a good turn by me. And now I don't have any kind of money for this anymore, so I will have to turn all my different units. So just click on them, bring them over here, and I'm just going to confirm because there's nothing I can attack anyway. You can always attack the surroundings of you. There's not really a good reason or something that is hindering you from that. To do it or not to do it, it just doesn't matter in the end. Don't ask me why there is, for instance, something like a street and then there are woods or something. It's more or less the same. Only the walls here are going to hinder you from going right through them. Yeah, and now I already got that. I don't have any kind of money left, so I will have to let him play for the next one. Yeah, and you already saw he's trying to create a lot of different units here, which is fine, you can try to play it. One very important thing is for a town or a city to be conquered more or less, you need a trooper. So in the end, if I'm only using one of my tanks here, that's not going to cut it, because in the end I need to go there first and get the town, and in this case, yeah, this was more or less already what I could do here. I'm just going to defend after that, and now the town is a blue one. I will get town points from it now, and of course I can create or get this one too. So in the end, I have already a little bit of a nice heads up, I would say. And what I'm trying to do with this one is, of course, I'm trying to distract him or even get, for instance, his barrack or something. It depends. It's not going to help me much, but we will see if it's really working out for me or not. I can't get anything else at the moment, and so I can see there are a couple of different units you can use here. If you don't know what this unit already does, you can click on this, get a couple of different informations for it to tell you, hey, what is it weak against, what is it strong against, and so on and so forth. So just have a look at that if you want to. Yeah, you can, for instance, do airstrikes and stuff like that with this. I'm not using that at the moment. What you can see at the bottom of the screen here is, however, that you have this kind of power-up maybe. So a permanent one, which is this one is just going to give more damage for melee attacks for me. And this one is going to heal all of my different units I have on this field. So it's not only one unit that is going to be healed, but all of them are going to be healed. This is a very, very large improvement, or yeah, whatever you want to call that, regarding him, because I don't think he can do that. At least not with the first one. You saw it. He is going to attack me there. Good thing is, if he attacks me, I'm going to automatically fire back, and I'm going to do that as often as he is attacking me. So as you can see, he really surrounded me there, but it's not very important for me because of course he's going to kill me there. I can't really compete with that, but in the end I already got 2 points from my 20s to go on, and now I'm just going to move, for instance, my my tank down. First I will of course go like this, and I'm just going to try to get his barrack, because if his barrack is gone, he is more or less dead. He can try to overcome me then still, but it's very, very unusual that he would have a chance like that. I really like the voiceover, because it really sounds more or less like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that would talk to me there. Really, really fun. Anyway, if you already can see it here, if you're just going to go through, in this case I can just easily get this, because he is occupied with me and trying to kill me, and yeah, I will lose this, of course I will. I can try to just give him something to talk about. Okay, fine. He's going to fight me back, and he's going to win this, but that's not very important for me, because I just can go on and do it like this. There's an anti-air fighter, for instance, if he gets a bomber or something, I can use these to get him down, but at the moment I don't have this kind of ability, because it's just too expensive for me. And so I'm just going to bring in all my different parts here, and we are just going to fire this ball down. Yeah, and now I can go through and should, at least, I'm not even sure if it's really helpful, not at the first, but in the second turn it would be. And like this, we should be able to give the turn over to him. That's fine. I get more money for it, I get city points for it, because I already have that, which is fine. And now we can have a look at what is going on here. He is really just randomly going to run around. It's of course an easy IE I'm playing, so this is sometimes very, very easy to distinguish that this is the easy one. And yeah, maybe should I fire at somebody? Yeah, why not? He's going to kill me anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But as you can see now, he is not able in the next turn to produce something, which is very helpful for me. And now we can just go in, bring my own tanks in, and yeah, we're not going to fire or something, but we are just going to bring him in, and like this I should be able to overrun him sooner or later. Okay, I'm thinking, should I bring it over there? Maybe I should keep one of the tanks here, so I'm just going to put it there. And of course the walls are helping me at the moment, so I'm not going to fire on them. And yeah, this is more or less how the game is played. I think you already got the drill how this is working and why we are playing against IEs here, and how the IE is going to work out this, and how I am going to work with it. As you already can see, we have a couple of different units, moving them around. You have different kind of maps and stuff like that. I'm going to overtake all the different barracks here. After that I still will have to go to the 20. I think even, only if you're killing all the units and the barracks, then you're going to win. But if you get the 20 points for the towns there, that is of course going to help us too. Okay, so and now you can already see I have a couple of hit units here, so I can now just go in, heal them, and as you can already see, I already healed my trooper there pretty much to the full extent, more or less. And what I'm just going to do here is now I'm just going to attack the smaller guys.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty useless to fire at the tanks. You get 1 point, I think, which is going to attack them, but it's not really helpful. I will need my own tanks to do that for me. And let's see if I can build something else. No, I can't. The next thing I might want to get is artillery, but we will see if I can get that. Artillery is going to create area damage and stuff like that. So it's a pretty interesting and very nice thing to have. And you already see it. He doesn't have a good stand here, because he's not going to bring me away from the towers here. I can now, for instance, create my own superhero. Superhero is a pretty good unit here. Problem with it is it will damage your own units too, and that is a little bit unfortunate, I would say. So I'm not going to fire in any kind of direction, because it's going to really, yeah, just damage a lot of different units. You can always fight your own units too, so be very aware of that. You should not do this in general. And now I'm just going to fight his tank with my tank. His tank is a little bit damaged already, I am not, so this should help me too. And now I'm just going to kill, of course, that guy. I'm just going to stay there, fight against that. I think I could already die. No, he doesn't. But in the end, good thing is if you are hitting him and he is dying from that, he's not going to fire back on you, which is very, very helpful in most situations. And yeah, like this, you are going to play this game, try it out.
I think you already know what's going on. I'm not going to play it through, but in the end I close to have already won, because he is already only fighting around this kind of tower here. I already have one which is producing for me, and so even if he gets this one, he's going to be that much behind that I'm already winning. So this should be a no-brainer. And other than that, I would say thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you had a great time with this episode. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't till now. If you have any kind of questions, put them down below in the commentary section. Other than that, thank you for watching, see you around, and bye.